suspects are individuals who had been clearly, positively, and in some cases forensically linked with cases of armed robbery, car theft, unlawful possession of weapons, illegal dealing and sale of weapons, and inherent hazards that are always associated with the unlawful escape of prisoners from correction facilities. Some of those risks include the fact that most of these escaped prisoners usually constitute a new set of risk, a new set of threats, a new set of occupational hazards to police officers, particularly police officers who participated in the arrest and investigation of those suspects before they were illegally put behind the bars. Oftentimes, some of these escaped prisoners either begin to threaten, harass, intimidate, not just police officers, but also other state officials, particularly those that work within the criminal justice system. Witnesses are usually attacked, intimidated, and not only that, in a large number of cases, there is also a high chance, a high probability that this set of escaped prisoners will return to repeat either the same offenses or even other kind of crimes that are even more serious than the one that took them into prison. Today, we have 4 persons here. All of them escaped from the Oko prisons in Edo State. And as soon as they left prison, they forged a new alliance, developed a new criminal network, and went straight into another round of criminality. They linked up with other persons, some who were legitimately on bail earlier on, and then forged this new alliance.
But the rest of them, including Alaji, you met in prison. And as soon as you came out, you started operating together again. What of the weapon that was recovered from you? The weapon recovered from you.
Let me show you. Can you recognize this?
Yes, sir.
Is this the weapon?
Yes, the weapon, sir. Okay. You said you got it from... Okay, and you used it in starting days? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you.
You can stop there. Come from Kaki. Amma suna da yawa. Suna da yawa. It's 50 pairs of Kaki. So you can ask Ali JJ because all the guns are recovered from him. But she took it to Ali JJ.
She said it already.
The uniform too. seated here, and as I call your name, please just take off your mask. Seated here, Adebayo Pemi.
Yes, sir. Remove your mask.
Adebayo Pemi, a dismissed soldier,
Remove it. Pull it down.
was on awaiting trial at the prison before he lawfully exited. Oloride Benjamin Oloride was actually convicted of conspiracy and armed robbery, was sentenced to death, and was on death row as at the time he escaped. Peter Felix Osas, alias Peter Thomas, also escaped from the same prison. And then Alhaji Hudu Musa, who was convicted of receiving stolen property and had just 9 months left out of his prison term before he escaped. Alhaji, take down your mask. We also had Frank Odion, who was in that prison briefly, legitimately granted bail, but of course had formed a formidable alliance with these other, amongst them and within them. They had, within this short period, snatched a total of 4 vehicles. 4 of them have been recovered. One is not yet here, a Venza. He has been recovered. But the interesting thing, the most curious of it all, is the fact that Oloride Benjamin actually snatched a vehicle just 30 minutes after he escaped from prison. And he told investigators that he needed that vehicle to escape from Benin immediately. He has since sold that vehicle, and that vehicle has since been ferried across the Nigerian border to Niger Republic of this new gang. This again brings to light and prominence the dangers in persons whom the police and other active participants within the criminal justice system had worked so hard to put safely behind bars. When such persons are let loose without due process, they pose great dangers and threats to our collective well-being. And that's why, on behalf of the Inspector General of Police, I am appealing to citizens of this country, wherever you see any of these persons, whenever you see any of these persons that have recently escaped, please do the contrary the best you can by reporting that such person or persons to the nearest police station or any of the other law enforcement agency closest to you. We will allow you to interact with some of them as soon as we are over with this. We also have another specialist in car theft, Abdullahi Mohammed, alias Gomenti. As a matter of fact, he took the title of government because he considers himself untouchable, an authority and inviolable. He broke the record of stealing 18 cars in a space of 90 days. Efforts are being made to recover the bulk of those vehicles. The rest of the suspects are all involved in other forms of violent crimes, including a female who specializes in gun running. From her alone, a total of 6 AK rifles have been recovered. In all, we have recovered within this short period 8 AK-47 rifles, 4 other assorted weapons including 1 Beretta pistol, 8 stolen vehicles recovered, including a Mercedes truck that was almost being crossed to Niger Republic. We will continue to do the best we can, particularly as we approach the Yuletide, to strengthen security in our neighborhoods, in our streets, around our financial institutions, the banks, the finance houses, on our highways, and in all our capital cities, as well as our suburban areas. We want to thank Nigerians for their renewed trust and confidence in the NPF and pledge to continue to stand in gap for our people and for our nation. Thank you.